Hi folks, I'm Sean McCormick. Welcome to the channel. We're going to talk a little bit about the Navigator inside a Lightroom Classic 10. Hey folks, we're looking at the Navigator, or at least it's called the Navigator inside Library, Develop and Map, but it's actually the preview window inside of the other modules. Folks, most of you aren't subscribed, so it would be really great if I could get a few of you subscribing to the channel as well. That would be absolutely magnificent and really help the channel grow. Here we are inside Library looking at the Navigator up here in the top of our left panel. It's Navigator inside Develop and Map as well. And in Slideshow, it is Preview, the same with Print and Web, and for that matter, Book. What's showing is basically dependent on what you've got selected at the time. Now in this case here, we're in Fit View. So Fit gives us this kind of border around it. If it was a portrait image, we would see a lot more grey space either side. The next option we have in the menu is Fill. Fill will stretch it out until it just fits inside it, or fills the area completely. It's not zoomed in too much. It completely depends on the shape of the image, how much the fill does. Fill would be a lot more centered, say, if we had a portrait image. So just for the sake of having a portrait image, let's see if I have a portrait image here. These are mostly, so here we have a portrait image. So a portrait image here, we can see that the fill is completely different. So we're able to zoom around and move around in the image a lot more than we would as we were in the previous image. And hopefully that will bring me back to that. Nope, it's just going to bring me back to there. So let me jump back to where we were so we can have a look at my pretty sky while we're doing this. So as well as Fit and Fill, we have 100% option as next, which is literally just zoomed in to the actual pixels. And then we have other percentage options which range from 6% the whole way up to 1600%. So that's very zoomed in. Now 6% is actually useful because if I was doing a radial tool, I could use it to drag out and get nearly parallel edges, which is quite handy. Basically, whatever's in Fit and Fill in that section, and then whatever percentage is selected, that is what you move in when you use the spacebar key. So now that's between Fit and 6%. If we click on 100%, it will go between Fit and 100%. The same is true if you press the Z key, which is the Z for zoom, or Z for zoom, as the case may be, depending on where you are in the world. So that basically is what you get. The other thing I should mention as well, if I haven't already mentioned it, is if we're at 100% and we can drag around using the hand here, but you can also drag around inside the actual Navigator window itself. One brief thing to notice as well is that we're saying, like, I generally go between Fit and 100% because that's the most likely views I'm going to be using. I want to see the whole image. I want to see a zoomed in view so that I can get critical focus. There is a potential for something else that's useful as well. Screen resolution is 72 dpi or ppi. I'm not going to argue that one. That's something for another time. And print resolution is generally considered to be about 300. Now, you could have 240, you could have 180, etc., but 300 is normally considered a good print resolution. So that is a quarter, or the screen resolution is a quarter of that. So by jumping to 25%, you get a rough idea based on your screen of the size that your print will print at 300. Okay. Another set of shortcuts to be aware of is the Command plus and minus, or Control plus and minus. Command for Mac and Control for PC. So this is actually, it's kind of minus and equals, but everybody associates them with the plus and minus keys. And on a number scroll, number keypad, it's obviously plus and minus. So when we are on the correct app, we can go, basically that's minus, and that is plus. As you can see, when we go the whole way out, it goes to grid. And as we zoom back in again, it will take us the whole way through the percentages, the whole way up to 1600%. So it will go through each one. This is kind of new because the old one used to have only 4 levels a couple of versions ago. So it's fantastic to have this new thing inside of Lightroom Classic 10 for much better zoom. So folks, that is a look at the Navigator panel inside Lightroom Classic 10. If you got something, do give the video a like and please subscribe to the channel. We're making our way towards just 7k at the moment with an ultimate aim of 10k. So please do give a subscribe as well while you're at it. Thanks a million. Much appreciated for taking your time to watch this.